Hello guys and welcome to Odds on Bundesliga. Radek Vegas is with us to analyze the 28th match day. We have Borussia Dortmund Leipzig, so let's analyze all the games and remember also to leave your comments, press the like and subscribe, and now let's go on with the show. After the break, we are back with the Bundesliga and with Radek and with all the emotions for the Champions League and for the relegation. Hello, Radek.
Hey, Eduardo, and I really don't like the national team games, and so that's why I'm happy to be back in Bundesliga on game day 28.
Yeah, this one was especially annoying with the Champions League and the final match days in the different championships, and also the Bundesliga is very exciting. So let's start with the game we have on Friday, Union Berlin Cologne. This one is important to fight for the European spots because Cologne, they are only 4 points away. They were able to get a point against Dortmund. They were able to beat Leverkusen. So perhaps also they are able to get some points in the capital because Union Berlin, they are not in great form recently.
Yeah, everything completely right. I think Union Berlin is a little bit in trouble, and Cologne is on a really good streak, making 4 points against 2 Champions League contenders or Champions League teams. Really great, and yeah, the odds are good enough, and we should have a try and bet on Cologne. Asian handicap 0 has odds of 2.1, and yeah, I can see that there is a high probability for a draw, but yeah, I think it's better to bet on Asian handicap 0 on Cologne in this game, and 2.1 is good, really good odds for that.
Great, because Union Berlin, they are favorites for this game, 2.5. So we go for Cologne, Asian handicap 0 on Saturday. This is a key game for the relegation battle. Bielefeld, Stuttgart. Bielefeld now in relegation spots after the defeat against Mainz, 4 consecutive defeats for Bielefeld, whereas Stuttgart, Radek, out of this bottom 3. Is amazing how they won against Augsburg, coming back also the previous game. They needed a comeback. The problem is that they always concede many goals.
Yes, but Bielefeld is not the most dangerous squad in the league, and I think we also have the momentum for Stuttgart here as they now see that they can win games, they have the chance to score, they have the chance to stay in the league, and on the other hand, Bielefeld is way down, and that speaks all to yeah, points for Stuttgart. Same here, I would say Asian handicap 0 on the away team is the best option. Not only for a single game, we got odds of 1.7 here. That's a little bit not too fancy for a single bet, but I like it as one part of our Asian handicap 0 𝐬𝐭𝐿, which I give you at the end of this video. And yeah, for sure, I would say Stuttgart is not losing this game at Bielefeld, and that's why even 1.7 is good enough for a single bet.
At home, Bielefeld, they are not that bad. Only 1 defeat in the last 7. They are drawing a lot of games. And if Stuttgart, they are happy to be out of the relegation zone. Also, Hertha with Felix Magath on the bench. Now they are 3rd from bottom, so in playoff spots after the victory against Hoffenheim, and now they have a difficult task going to Leverkusen. I guess, Radek, also Leverkusen, now they have to focus into the Bundesliga, being out of Europe, because this year they cannot fail to qualify for the Champions League.
Yeah, and that is difficult because the odds on Leverkusen are too low with 1.45, and Hertha showed that they are able to win games, and Felix Magath, I said it in the last video, is one of the best coaches in Germany ever, and if someone can save Hertha and make them better, then maybe he can. But Leverkusen might be a bit too strong. I would say it's a close win for Leverkusen, maybe a 2-1, maybe both teams to score, but betting on a winner here is not really value because the odds are too low. Betting on both teams to score is maybe an option. You get 1.72. But we are not sure if this one game of Hertha against Hoffenheim was really now a change in the trend or just one exceptional game. So Leverkusen is kind of a bit harder to play. So a lot of difficult things and a very interesting game. So I personally won't bet here. But I think the best option is still both teams to score, as Leverkusen might concede goals. Hertha found the way to the net in the last game and might have a chance here in Leverkusen as well. So yeah, I would say Leverkusen will win this game close, but at the end both teams to score and odds of 1.7.
All right, Hertha, first game with Magath on the bench, 3-0 against Hoffenheim after the terrible run with Typhoon. And then similar odds for Frankfurt to beat Furth. This is something that we all expect. I guess also Frankfurt, they will keep a close eye in Europe because they have the big games of their life against Barcelona the following week.
Yeah, and anyway, they should win this home game against Furth, and because Furth is not a good away team, they collected most of their points at home, and Frankfurt is able to beat most of the teams at home in the league, I would say, and that's why for me a kind of clear home win for Frankfurt. The odds are also bad. 1.47 is the best you can get at stake at the moment. Compare Oddspedia. I think it won't get better the closer we come to the game. And betting on a three-way win on Frankfurt is no option at this odd. Betting on Asian handicap makes it even not better or even worse because it's more riskier and the odds, won't change significantly. And I would say a close win for Frankfurt, but nothing fancy, nothing high scoring game, no both teams to score and just no really good odds. That's why unfortunately no bet, but in a tip game or in for correct result, I would say 2-0 for Frankfurt.
Then we have a really interesting game, Freiburg, Bayern, Munich, because Freiburg, they are fifth with the same points as Leipzig, so still fighting to get into the Champions League spots. At home, they are very strong, 4 victories and 2 draws in the last 6 games. We are going to see, Radek, the best 2 defenses in the Bundesliga, and also perhaps Bayern or keep a close eye to the game they have in the Champions League. We've seen them recently against Hoffenheim or Bochum, for instance, having trouble because they are more focused in the Champions League.
Yeah, for sure. But then they step up against Union Berlin, winning 4-0 at home and showed their face, what they are still doing if they are, with Müller on the field and having a good time. I think Villarreal is most of the time in the last years, the best opponent Bayern can get. I think it's kind of the easiest one in the last 8 clubs in the Champions League. So I think that's not really in their head so far, and that's why they should concentrate on Freiburg. But as you said, Freiburg is really good at home, and that's not an easy ground to play, not even for Bayern Munich. And in the last years, Freiburg always made it close against Bayern Munich, as you see the results in the last season. Bayern Munich won at home 2-1, but at Freiburg there was a 2-2. And now they have the 2 best defense rows. what makes it even harder. But in this game, because we have no real value on Bayern Munich or on Freiburg as well, I don't expect Freiburg to win. You can't, and should be a close win for Bayern Munich. But what I expect is both teams to score, but the odds are really bad. And now it comes to gambling. I would say Freiburg will win the first half, and maybe this is very speculative, but I would say Bayern Munich showed in the past that they are not 100% focused when they start into the game in this season. That's why I see the chance that Freiburg makes a kind of good start and scores a goal in the first half, which gives us odds of 5.8 if Freiburg wins the first half. I won't bet a whole unit. If your unit is €10, I would bet only €2 maybe on this, or maybe €1.50 or something like that, to win one unit if this gambling is right. So it's the riskier it is, the higher the odds. I would bet less, and no matter what, I think it's not impossible. That's why I say it. Nice. And for people who like the halftime, full-time bet, maybe you can go on Freiburg winning first half, Bayern Munich winning at the end, something like that. And yeah, for sure, I will enjoy this game. Not betting too much on this game, but enjoying with a little bit of money and make it more exciting.
That pays always a lot. If one team, home team, to win the first half, second team to win the game, actually,
20.
The comeback. Wow, so great odds.
Odds of 20, yeah.
If this is right, two more games on Saturday. Hoffenheim, Bochum. Here, Hoffenheim, they can go back to the Champions League spots, only 1 point away. It's true that they were defeated against Hertha, but they are doing a great season. And Bochum, perhaps now, Radek, they are more relaxed because they are safe. They won't go back to the Bundesliga too. And they can be relaxed, so perhaps can be an easy game for Hoffenheim.
Yeah, I would say so. The odds are 1.5 for Hoffenheim. That's kind of real, and I expect Hoffenheim to win this game. But betting on them with 1.5 is, for me, no option. I can understand the people who want to place 𝐬𝐭𝐿 on favorites. Hoffenheim would be one favorite at this game there, as well as Frankfurt or Leverkusen. But at the end, there can be only one surprise in these 3 games and one draw in these 3 games, and your 𝐬𝐭𝐿 is broken. And the same with the single bets. If you bet on this low odds and you lose one, what's in the long run, for sure this thing, and you can't make a lot of money with it. So betting on Hoffenheim, unfortunately, is no real good bet here. And betting on over goals can be an option, as I think Bochum is able to score maybe, and Hoffenheim is able to score twice or even triple goals. So that would be my result, 3-1 for Hoffenheim. Betting on over 3 goals is, a bit too low odds, and at the end, both teams to score can be an option with 1.75. But the problem with this is that you have to bet on Bochum scoring, and Bochum was not really reliable and good in the last games. That's why, unfortunately, another good job of the bookies where we don't find any value, and if there is no value, I don't bet.
All right, and the last game we have on Saturday, the best one probably, Dortmund, Leipzig. Difficult to trust any of these teams. They both failed to win their last games, and Dortmund, they failed also to put pressure on Bayern Munich after the draw against Cologne. They recently only beat 1-0, Mainz and Bielefeld, so they are far from being great. And Leipzig, they've improved a lot under Tedesco, especially away. They won 4 out of the last 5 away games.
Yeah, and that's why Leipzig is now again in the Champions League spots, and Dortmund will be having a hard time. And as a neutral fan, I'm so disappointed of Dortmund. I don't know what the Dortmund fans say about it, because yeah, I think they have a great fans, but as a neutral spectator who wants to be another champion in the league and hopes that Dortmund will show their skills in really important moment, I'm every time disappointed that Dortmund has no mentality, no skills in winning close games, and just fighting for winning games against Cologne or other teams like Augsburg. Losing points against Cologne and Augsburg is not worth to be champion. I'm sorry, and I don't understand why. That's a real problem for Dortmund for years now, and they could be so close to Bayern Munich, or even before Bayern Munich, if they collect 4 points more against these minor teams. And they don't, because I don't know, they have a lot of injuries, blah blah blah, me, and there are always excuses, but as a champion you have to win games no matter what. And so I think they won't win against Leipzig here, and the odds are favorable for underdog bet on Leipzig. Asian handicap 0 on Leipzig is 2.0. I would say this is a good chance to have a draw here as well. We get odds of 3.8 for a draw. So if you're likely to bet on draws like me, 3.8 is very good in this game. If you are looking for more comfortable bets where you're not, where you have a higher striking rate, then Asian handicap 0 on Leipzig would be my bet. And goal market I would completely ignore, because it's a top game on Saturday evening at 6:30, and yeah, it's won't be a surprise if there will be just a low scoring game, as the last 4 Dortmund games were all under 2.5 goals. And yeah, that's why let's see what happens, and maybe Dortmund can show me that they have skills, but it's too late. They won't be champion this season because they didn't win against Cologne and Augsburg before. So this game is really not very important for Dortmund. But on the other hand, more important for Leipzig, because they have to collect some points to be sure in the Champions League and maybe get higher and not only position 4 and maybe surpass Leverkusen, which is 3 points before them. So yeah, I think Leipzig is maybe more value to achieve here.
Okay, Leipzig, they have the same points as Freiburg, only 1 point more than Hoffenheim, so the pressure is on them to qualify for the Champions League, and we have 2 games left for Sunday. Augsburg, Wolfsburg. This is important for the relegation, because we have Augsburg ready to fall again into the bottom 3 after that defeat against Stuttgart. And Wolfsburg is still kind of in danger, Radek. They lost to Leverkusen and Freiburg recently, and they are only 5 points away from relegation. So if they lose in Augsburg, again, they will be in trouble.
Yeah, and what makes me believe that Wolfsburg is on a good way is that they collected points against all teams below place 6. They only lost against Freiburg, which is position 5, I think, and Hoffenheim, which is position 6, but they won games against other teams before, and that is, in my eyes, a key point to this game, that they might keep at least 1 point against Augsburg. Augsburg also at home is really dangerous against Bayern Munich. They won, I think. They made point against Borussia Dortmund. They made a point against Leipzig, I think. So they are, always compatible and scoring goals in the last games, even if they lost it. And That's really hard to bet here, but at the end I would say Wolfsburg is not losing this game. And also another Asian handicap bet here on the away team, 1.76 are the odds for Asian handicap 0 on Wolfsburg.
And the last game, Gladbach, Mainz. Now Gladbach, another big team in Germany with a very bad season like Wolfsburg, but they are safe after beating Bochum and Hertha in the last 2 games, so perhaps they are also very relaxed to beat Mainz, a team that is very bad when they are playing away, second worst team in the Bundesliga, playing away from home, only 7 points.
Yeah, that's kind of ridiculous because they are very good at home and very bad away. So I don't know why this is the case for some teams like Mainz. And I think, yeah, because they're a smaller team and they need their home ground and their supporters much more than other teams with a big budget and kind of more experienced players. And yeah, it's obvious that Mainz has problems away. That's why Gladbach is the favorite, but we all know that you can't trust Gladbach in the season, and odds of 2.26 for a home win for Gladbach are way too bad. And I would say this is a game where I would bet on a draw, 3.75 for a draw. As we know that Mainz is a bad away team, I won't bet Asian handicap on Mainz here, and I won't bet on Gladbach. That's why the only option for me is betting on a draw. And yeah, finish the game day without risking money too much. And yeah.
Okay, a draw.
A lot of interesting games.
Yeah, it's an interesting match day after the international break, Radek, and let's go with your ACCA then.
Yeah, I have 2 ACCAs, one for the Asian handicap 0 fans who are more into kind of safety bets. I would combine Wolfsburg Asian handicap 0 with Stuttgart Asian handicap 0, and you get odds of 3.0 around because both bets have odds of 1.7 and combining around 2.9 to 3.0. Compare odds on Oddspedia. And a more risky bet with less units betting on it would be a double bet on X's or on draw. In the game Dortmund Leipzig and Union Berlin against Cologne, where I expect draws, and I would combine these 2 games with draws. You get odds of around 13. Very good. Not necessary to spend much money. If your unit is 10 euro, bet 1 euro, 1/10 of a unit maybe. And then good luck, hope the best, and we see you next time.
Good luck. Thank you, Radek. Tell me below which are your tips for the new match day in the Bundesliga, and don't forget also to support us, press the like and subscribe, and of course remember that you can also listen to all our videos in our podcast. Bye bye.